milliseconds lag. I can deal with that, and if I pay attention to it, I'll sound and if I don't pay attention to it, then it's okay, and I can see what's going on because I hear it afterwards instead of before, and that's just fine. So that means I can't be self-conscious. And howdy, howdy, howdy. This is Chaz, November 146 Charlie Hotel, calling about your help in solving the Logitech Lament. What you're looking at on the screen right now is a connection with my M3, recently purchased, and I will now show you its movement, left and right, up and down, around. It is now at the top left of the screen, almost. I'm going to try to move it, going around in a circle or making an orbit movement. Nada. I have a Logitech trackball. That's working just fine. I have a Logitech 310, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, one of the first wireless Logitechs. And here it is. And it's right next to my M3 right now, and here it is. This is the M3 movement. Oh. Did we have a laggy handover from the driver for Logitech? Because now it appears that we're all working copacetically. That's a good thing, because I do love. Now there's a definite lag here. Even though I can do that, I go like that to the left, and it then went, what? Oh. And now I'm moving and it can't move. My old 310 is still laggy, but as you can see, working left, right, up, down, orbiting, laggy. But let me see my trackball. I should clean that ball. But it's working okay too. So I've had this typical problem, which is when I'm making use of my G2, which means I have to use a combination of the Windows mixed reality for VR, I think, or what is it? Steam VR, and obviously Steam VR. So the problem is that whenever I load, and it was not a problem when it was working. It was not a problem with MSFS 2020, except that it hasn't worked in 6 weeks, coming up on a month. It was not a problem with that while it was working, but as historically, really from the get-go, as far as I can remember, an problem, and that is that the either the trackball or the 310 or the M3 would not only become laggy, but unfazed by my movement in VR. Interestingly, I lifted my head, or lifted my headset, and the cursor was moving just swimmingly. I said, oh, it's just a matter of hitting Windows and Y. So I did that, and it continued to look swimmingly in a 2D screen. In VR, it was still stuck. So Logitech, let me see if I can demonstrate this, and you guys that are fellow Logitech people, which I would say probably are most of you, I need your help, I need your input, and Logitech, point my nose in the right direction so that my faith in you, for as long as I knew the name Logitech, and I'm 76 and I've worked in tech since I was 30, so you figure that one out. Here we go. We're going to try to load up Microsoft, X-Plane, and then hopefully we'll be in 2D. And and then we'll transition to 3D VR for me, and a big screen for you, but still really responsive, and you'll see the head movement. The reason we're doing this on a brand new copy of well, let me go ahead and execute this, and I now have my mouse back, my M3 mouse back. Let's see how long it stays back. We can minimize this guy, and since we are in C:, can you see that? Ugh, I can't see it. Let me hit the Windows, and I can't hit the Windows key to come up with the desktop. Interesting. Maybe I should just get out of Steam VR right now. I think I will. So we're going to let's kill NVIDIA, because we don't want to do that. Let's kill Steam VR. And I don't know what you guys are seeing. I am seeing the PlayStation or the Playhouse, but it's not synchronized. I have no screen. I'm going to hit, you know, this may be Steam that's giving us the problem. Okay. I am back in the Cliff House, and actually it's an adaptation. It's one of the scenes. You know what I'm talking about. The Windows mixed reality place. I'm going to hit Windows and Y. That should give me back my mouse, which it haltingly did in the M3, and that's the 310. We're going to click. Now I can see what I'm doing, and you guys can see what I'm doing. I believe. Let me look underneath the screen. Yeah, and this is in the way too, so go away. Where were we? We're about to execute explain. So let's go to that directory. And let's make sure it's the right directory. Local C, explain 11, clean UTD. Fake myself out. I think what I meant was nothing added. Updated? No. What's T stand for, Chaz? Okay. And I've always spoken that way. I'm silly. I speak that way to myself. So, hello, self. All right. This is the M3. And I've lost it. And this is the 310. I found that when I click my right key down at the floor of where I want the startup screen to start, you know, this, what would you call it, easel, startup easel. Watch what happens. I'm clicking on my right key. This picture will adjust. Oh shit, I just hit the right key and it's not, it's making a liar of me. And now it's stuck. Oh, wait. Is that it? Yeah. Which one is that? Oh, shit. I think that's it right there. All right. This is the M3. See how staggering it is? This is the 310. It's pretty laggy too. Could it be that we're trying to you got some crosstalk going? I'm going to shut off the 310. The 310 is shut off. And guess what? The M3 is no longer working. Let me see if the trackball is working. Yeah, it is. Now let's cut off the M3. Where the button? Okay. M3 and 310 are both shut off. The only thing I got is the trackball. It's still laggy, but shall we resume last flight? Does it? What is it? See, it will go every. This is typical too. It'll go everywhere I don't want it to go, and nowhere that I do. I want to go to resume last flight. Where was it allow me to go? Did it allow me to go up? Nope. Allow me to go down? Sure. Don't want it that. I'm going to go up. I'm going to look down here. I'm going to click. You see the easel adjust? Is this any better? I just trackballed. I mean, it should go flying across the screen right here. I'm going to shut off my trackball. Where's the switch? All right. No mice. Coming back with the M3. Come on. Okay, I should be on. I think it's on, but I don't see any lights. There we go. Movement with the M3, totally screwed. Turning the M3 off and shit canning it for the moment. I'm putting it right next to my seat, which I don't move. Powering up the 310. .310's powered up. Still laggy, but can I get to where I want to go? No, still having problems. I want to go to resume last flight. Everything but. Can I go up here? Yep. Can I go over here? Nope. Can I go here? Yep. Can I can quit. I can go to, I can't even choose new flight. What the freak is going on? Well, I got over there once. Nope, still the same deal. I'm gonna quit this frigger. And I see my mouse just fine. And I'm now back in Windows. You can't see it, but I think you may now. And I'm going to execute this puppy again. Remember, 3 times and expecting different results means you're insane. This is the second. Actually, it's been inconsistent, so. Nothing worse than an intermittent problem. All right, we're going to Steam VR. Here's what we don't want to do. We don't want to complicate things. So, I'm going to go to settings if I can. And I'm going to go to VR hardware, and I'm going to turn off enable VR. And we should be back in the screen. But did we lose X system? No. I go to done. I know we're can you see this? If you can see this, we'll continue. We're going to go to reset all control. You know, we should do is copy the .out file from resources. I'm not going to worry about it. I just want to see if, here's the bottom line of what I want to see. I'm having trouble recovering my 10-year-old X-Plane scenery. It's all there, and I'm slowly finding the files that I need, and thank God I had the wherewithal to make a backup. But the bottom line is that I, in lieu of finding the actual 10-year-old Carnes Farm Airport, which was a 2,160 foot strip between Stinking Creek Bridge and your old Bingham's property. And I went ahead and learned how to use 3D CAD by way of GMAX and drew the surroundings, the farmhouse, the what used to be Mama Carnes country store, and now this was rebuilt as Mama Carnes Museum, which has the country store on the bottom floor and then, or did, and an apartment above, and the shed, the barn. What else? The DeWitt Baptist Church, the Stinking Creek Bridge, Esco's Market and Post Office, and the entire Parkway Plaza shopping center with Walmart in Barberville. Oh, and the 2 water towers above. All of that, I think, is accessible, and that's not the point. The point is that in the process of trying to find out where the hell I put it, I ended up recreating the K69 Carnes Farm. And I created it with what I believed what I remembered the tools were, and also disremembered. And the bottom line is that I did enough to see that it's going in the right place, but when I started putting in exclusion zones over the runway, they weren't working. Were not working. Which is why we're using this custom scenery file, which has only one thing in it, the farm, with no influence of any other scenery, no ortho 4XP, nothing, no libraries, nothing. Hi, sweetie. That's my puppy dog. She's coming up to me and saying, "Daddy, pay attention to me. I want loving." So I got a love on her, and that's Lady down there. She just sits back and says, "I'm okay." So anyway, so we don't necessarily have to reset the controllers. So let's go to ignore, and we'll deal with what we got. Let's go to new flight, and I'll go ahead and take this at Sikorsky because something like 39 and a half years of flying fixed wing and 6 months of flying rotary wing. I find rotary wing much more challenging, and I crash a lot more than I do in fixed wings, which means that I'm where I should be, learning. Here we go. Carnes Farm, start flight. Hopefully this will be a pristine copy of the farm, which is a WED creation with exclusions, and I can show you that right after this if it doesn't work, and we'll go from there. So we got 2 problems, Logitech and the fact that my exclusion zones did not stick. We're going to Carnes Farm to see whether they did right now. So I believe we are broadcasting, although it's a different symbol for me. It's kind of a targeted microphone, which before meant to me that it was a solid green, which indicates maybe it was solid green. and VR hardware, and we should be now playing it. This is the normal third screen center X-plane. However, I've found that I've had some luck with going to the menu here and display VR view. I don't believe this is the VR view. I believe that this is the VR view. Let me do that again. X system here, VR view here. What's the difference? There. If that's the case, I'm going to go to see if I can go to, no, see, I'm hitting the right button and it should say full screen and it doesn't. Let's go here. Ooh. Okay, that's good. That is reset media. How do I choose full screen? I want to go there. Not at X system. That's X system. Alright, notice that this here, the Steam system, does not have disable VR headset, and the X system does, which means if we're looking at the screen and it shows disable VR head screen, that's the X system window, not the Steam VR window. So how do we get into that? How do I get to that? How do I look? I'm trying to choose it right now. Steam VR. I'm double clicking it. There it is. Okay. Let's get rid of Oculus. Come on. Go away. Go away. Cool. Yes, I know. I don't want double. I want left eye. Ooh. Right eye, but now we need I need right eye. Not both eyes. Right eye dominant. Okay, guys. All right. Now, here's the question. Do we see this? You see my mouse, right? You see it on the big screen, right? I spent the time to get you the big screen. All right, let's go find the menu. I'm putting my headset on now. We should be seeing the same thing. Hello, menu. Now, here's the question. Do we have a mouse? There's the cursor. No mouse movement. No freaking mouse movement. We're documenting this Logitech. I'm going to go to Windows and Y. Moving the mouse. Nothing. Absolutely freaking nothing. But look what you're seeing. You guys are seeing it. I'm seeing nothing inside of my headset. I mean, I'm seeing what you're seeing. I'm seeing the back end of a 747? I think so. Let me see. Yeah, 747. Well, you know what? I don't need VR in order to find out whether we've got whether our goal here is to find out, do we have exclusion working? I'm going to turn off VR. Taking my headset off, guys. I'm going to put it right here so you can hear me, because the microphones are still kind of pointed at me. So let me go to VR settings and take it out of VR. I can't move my frickin' mouse. I'm hitting Windows Y. Nothing. See? How frustrating is that? Now, can I move it? Is there a key that I can hit to get out of VR? I'm sure there is. I just don't know what it is. Now, I hit Windows and Y at the top of the screen where it was red and giving me that alert, and it was also giving me the alert in VR. The top of the screen is no longer red, and I do see my mouse, but I cannot get to I cannot click because I'm not really in X-Plane. I am in X-Plane there. Alright, we're out of VR. That's fine. That is fine. Yes, we should have used a copy of, or a what do they call it, a symbolic link to my output file that feeds the system the info it needs. Alright, so we're going to go to not P3D, we're going to go to not the gamepad, we're going to go to the joystick, and let's calibrate. Okay, and that is an F16 joystick. And moving next, full replica, by the way, belongs in the right hand of a Warthog driver. Center all controls. Alrighty then, and we're going to uncouple our Thrustmaster Hutas Warthog throttle, and we're going to calibrate it. So first axis, second axis, third axis. I'll just accept it because they're only going halfway. And then the uh-oh, that's not working. Uh-oh. Should be. This is the little trackball in the left hand middle finger, if you're giving somebody the finger, and it's normally working. But it's not now, so I'm not going to accept the, I'll accept the axis. And it's still not moving, so let's go to next. And let's go to lock them together. That's good. And we'll go there. And next. And we might as well do the rudder pedal so that if we can, we're going to take off and fly around to take a look-see. And see if in fact my exclusions have occurred. And if that's the case, then one of my files in custom scenery is fucking my exclusion demand, my exclusion zones up that I had drawn in WED. Alright, let's go to Proflight rudder pedal. Okay, that's good. Let's calibrate. Left brake, right toe brake. Next. So if we can take off, because I can always take off in a helicopter, right? But can I take off in a plane? throttle, and this is not going to be the throttle, but collective. And this is not going to be a throttle, but collective. And we'll call this chopper. No, to be most accurate. Come on, Chaz. Rotary. Reset flight. Come the fuck on. Hear that clicking? It's about a half a second late from when I pushed it. go. Do I have to reset this myself? Good God. I don't have access to the mouse. I don't see the mouse. You guys? Hello? Hello? No mice. No mouse. I've got access to my keyboard, but no mice. Alt tabbing is fine. That's the keyboard, but no mouse action. The mouse is going away. I'm beginning to, whoop, there's the mouse. I'm beginning to think that this might be, okay, there's the mouse. Let's calibrate. I'm wondering, yeah, let's go ahead and calibrate. There we go. There they go. Everything's in the middle. Throttles are in the middle. Remember, we've reversed them, and we have not set a profile on them yet. Multiple axes assigned to collective, really? Like what? Throttle, engine 1 throttle, engine 2 throttle, both of the collective. What if I said none and only used 1 throttle? Excuse me. And it's choosing collective, I'll choose none. How's that? And done. Now, there's no action on it. Done. New flight. Change location, Carnes Farm, start new flight. This will be the last time we fly this chopper. This guy. It doesn't matter on this guy because we're saying, ooh. Let's see. Let's not go. No. Chase. No. Ride along. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the ticket. Which actually is kind of circle. Alright, let's unpause by hitting VR headset back on, and guess what? There are no trees. The exclusion zones worked. I think next we're going to bring in, or we're going to explore this more, because we are recording. As a matter of fact, we're not only recording, we're streaming, aren't we, folks? Okay. Oh, by the way, Mela, we're streaming. Mela, we are streaming. Streaming. S, Sierra, Tango, Romeo, Echo, Alpha. All right, I just need you to know that your voice is being broadcast. So, what I'm going to do is switch over to VR headset, and let's see if this thing is as ornery to handle as it was in excuse me, 2D. Here we go. Okay, I do have access to my mouse. I am going to done. Ignore. Ooh, this is pretty cool. I'm going to pee here. Now, the question is, can I fly this sucker? Oh, it's really choppy. Oh, you know what? We're not running in Vulcan mode. Yes, I am able, kind of, sort of, to control it. how do I get out of VR? Disable VR headset. That's not working. That's okay. What would be equivalent of menu? Escape? Oh, you know what this is? This is the okay, Steam VR view, and that's pretty cool. But I can't do anything with it. That's all right. We're gonna have to, when we get out of Steam VR. Maybe not. Maybe not. We're gonna go ahead and get out of Steam VR. So. Uh-oh. There it is. How do I get to it? Kill it. Yes. Exiting VR. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Even if it kills, and it did. Explain. Alright. What do we say we want to do? We want to be in Vulkan, so we have to go to settings. We want to bring out, I think it's from the control panel. Can you see this, folks? Because I need to see it. Alright. My headset is back on. I think I need to hit Windows and Y. Here's nice. Okay, you can see what I'm doing, right? Hey, cool it. Hey, lady, stop. I'm trying to broadcast here. What's your problem? Okay. Bigger. That's nice. All right, so we're going to go to Chad's PC. We're going to go to Drive P. We're going to go to... Oh, did we do it on... Did we get... did we copy over? I think we did. Let's see. Here, I think it's an output. Situations. Logbooks, preference, replay, shadow, caches, shader cache. So it's not an output. Preferences. Control profile. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is it. So under output preferences, we should copy preferences. So we'll go to output, copy preferences. Go to local C, come down, go to clean, go to output, paste, replace. Okay. What else did we want to do? Config. Is there a config file that we can tell it that we need to data, weapons, resources? Bitmaps, keyboard presets. I know there's some sort of a config or a .ini file that indicates whether we want. Let's just go to the main directory. So we're in the right directory. This is the clean. We've now got output preferences, which should include our joystick profile. We want to go to settings, and that's my alarm to drink some water to hydrate myself. Let's go to settings and go to graphics and set. Oh, it is using Vulkan setting. Why was it so laggy? Damn. Okay. Let's do this. Let's come over. That's fine. Done. Is this settings VR hardware? It's not set to okay, good. So we need to get the joystick settings, which are now in. We are in Vulkan. Oh, we need the Ortho 4 XP, so we still need to exit. And we need Ortho 4 and XP into custom scenery. Okay, and that's got to come from D. Let's go to drive P. Hi, honey bear. How are you? And where is that coming from? D, I think. It is. Okay. Can we use this as a further link? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. We'll see, won't we? And now that we got Stinking Creek, let's use our Ortho 4 XP for 036084 and drop as symbolic link. Okay, so let's come back to here and here. Now, what should we be doing? Loading Vulkan, loading Ortho 4 XP, loading Stinking Creek, which now is paying attention to my exclusions, and I'll show you that in a little bit. That has taken us a long way. Now we're bringing Ortho 4 XP for 36084 for this one reason. Does bringing in Ortho 4 XP for this tile screw up my exclusion areas? We'll find out. Here we go. I think we can use resume last flight, which means that since we are using Vulkan shaders, that we don't have to recompile it. Yes, we do. We need to bring in the ortho scenery, which is made up of anywhere from 2 to 16 gigabytes worth of DDS files. Oh my God. Where are we? Oh, son of a bitch. We are in a Cessna 172. And it's dusk. And I think We have access to my controls now. Let's see. We do! Yay! Okay. Alright. Can we take off? That's the big question. That is the question. Can I get into VR? Alright, I'm going to go right here to center. That's my center. And done. We have already looky here. Oh shit! There's no ortho. I think I'm way too high. Better. Let's see what we got. Okay, our output files are working. Can I fly off of this airport? No Ortho 4XP though. Flaps work. This is definitely not my Ortho 4XP. Oh, wait a second. Is that Gerald's place? It sure is. Sure as hell is. Oh, that's the flat. There is no ortho. There's no mesh. And there is no farmhouse. Are we in the right version? I don't think this is... We should be looking for an upside down spade for this field. But there's no... And there is the farmhouse. And that's the right size for the there's the right mountain up there. Why isn't ortho working? I don't need full flaps. Alright, I'll buy that. I can get the Ortho 4XP in here. So what is it about the other what did we do? We brought out an Ortho 4XP. I'll have to check the video, but I believe that we had some ortho scenery going. Maybe not. Okay. Okay. This is good. Will not be damned. I wonder if in plugins. Oh, okay. Yeah. I can't do anything. I'm screwed. Oh. Okay. I'm trying to drop it right there, and it's not dropping. Drop. See? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Really, really, really clear cockpit. File. Come on, you can do it. See, if one thing's working, then the other thing's broken. Again, it's not, the mouse is not doing what it's supposed to. And that's with my 310. No behavior, no, oh, I turned off my trackball. Let's see if this works. Turned on my trackball. Same problem. It won't let me go up. It'll let me go around and here, but it won't let me go up inside the menu. That's it. It'll jump up over the menu. It's you know, I swear to God. No, that's where the house should be, and that's where the Gummy Flatchy should be. Why isn't it loading the house? It should. It was 3D. Didn't we see the house in 3D? Before we tried loading Ortho 4 XP? Let me see. Can we go to flight yet? Not. Christ. Go all the way up there. Whoa, there we go. File. Main menu. We don't really need to save the flight. We're going to quit. Interesting. So what do we have here in this directory that we didn't have before? Ortho 4 XP, yes. And specifically that tile. Also, do I have, you guys had the same picture I do? Can you see your screen? I cannot. And we'll get out of Steam VR. Hopefully that'll give me Windows back. And I'll be able to see the Cliff House. And I can. I have to go to Windows and Y. Input is currently being directed to the desk set and not the head-mounted display. Please press Windows and Y to switch it back. Alright. Do I have a mouse? And the answer is no, I don't. I'm going to hit Windows and Y again. Do I have a mouse? And no, I don't. Do I have a mouse inside of Windows? I do not see it. Is my mouse active? Do not see it. Let me put my glasses on. There it is. Okay. VR is still on. It's ready. Alright, but that's not what we're about today. We need to be in this directory here, which is clean on C. And we need to be in custom scenery. And we should be running Ortho 4 XP. And we should be running maybe we need to kill the scenery dot. Yes, I mean scenery, you know what I'm talking about, custom scenery. Scenery.ini. And let's see what that does. And let it rebuild. Okay, now let's see what we get. Alright, I'm about to put my glasses back. I'm going to give you guys the VR screen. Whoops, where'd the menu go? There it is. I'm going to minimize this guy and make this full screen. Okay, that's a good thing. Now, let's see what difference this makes. We just did now load, didn't we? Okay, I'm sticking my headset on. Do I have a mouse? I do not. It's stuck. Wonderfulness. I'm hitting Windows and Y. And the mouse is stuck. Wonderfulness. I'm hitting Windows and Y again. As you can see, the red stream at the top will be disappeared. And I don't want that. What do I have? 3 screens now? Yeah, the full screen and this X-plane screen. So what am I doing here? Oh, I lost the mouse, so I can't do anything. So let's see if I can go back inside. Do I have a mouse here, as you can see on your screen. This is the mouse. This is the VR view screen, which is giving you full screen of my VR left eye. Now, I still have absolutely no mouse in VR. What about that, Logitech? What about this G2? What about this, Microsoft? What's going on? I'm going to hit Windows and Y. Well, how about that? Do I have Windows here? Close. Oh, let's look at settings. Let's look at graphics. We're using Vulkan. We're going to ignore the problems with a VR joystick. We're going to resume last flight, except with a rebuilt, what's it called? Display something something dot ini inside of the customs scenery. Let's see what happens. Oh my God. Yes, we know. Yes, we know. I don't know which one, but it'll say in our log. Understood. Okay, are you seeing what I'm seeing? We're going to go to the other window for you guys. This should be the big window. And I'm going to... Oh shit, I've lost my mouse. You know why I've lost my mouse? Because I'm not on the Windows screen. How do we fix that? We go back to the Windows screen momentarily. That should give me my mouse, and it does. I shouldn't need to use my mouse in here, so I'm not going to. Put it out of the way, but you can see what I'm doing here. But you don't get to see the full screen. I'm going to give you back the full screen. I'm going to lose the mouse. That's how much I love you. Now you can see it here. I can't see it in my VR headset. Don't need it. Go away. Binghams house, and it is certainly sunset. Let's make it a little bit brighter. Oh, goodness. We're missing a lot of these trees. But I believe the trees that I created, the forest that I created, my wet creation, cleaned out the trees around Gerald's place, cleaned out the trees exactly the where I wanted them, put the trees around the, yes, it definitely worked. Look at that. So, oh my God, not Escos, but the signage is there. Escos isn't yet, but, I'm pretty certain that this is the ortho scene. Alright, let's see if we can land this puppy. Let's see if we can land it in the dark. I'm trying. we did, didn't we? So what have we established at this point? We have established that my scenery works the way it's supposed to. We've established that I believe that we've got some beacons over. Let's go see if Rex Allen's place is around. Come on. Oh, all right. Farmhouse, very juddery, but there it is. We're going to head over to 223 here and see if Rex's place is there. And let's get some altitude. Now let's go to Rex's place first. This is 223, and it's not as well demarcated as it is. But there's no ortho scenery out here. And there's Rex's place. And that's where Rex's place should be. Oh, is that the cemetery sign? It sure as hell is. How cool is that? Alright. I didn't put an exclusion zone out here for sure. So where is the ortho? Maybe what we're missing is... Let's go over towards... right here. Creek Mart, which I have yet to build, but I will, and go up this road up there, so that we have to go up this road up here, and let's go to nighttime. There should be 3 beacons up here. Be a beacon up here. But there is, I thought I put the beacon right down there. Let's go see it up here. See, that's the Creek Mart down there, and that's what it looks like from above. It's a combination gas station in the front and diesel station in the back. But what I'm concerned about is the fact that wait. Oh yeah, those are my landing lights. See, I put landing lights, not landing lights, but beacons over here last night. But we're ahead of the game, way ahead of the game. Yay. You saw us land it at night. And it is rough, but it's landable, and yes, we have a real scenery. And the only reason that you see those, that forest there, is because I put it there. It's the Ortho 4XP. Now this looks great from above, but the Ortho 4XP just ain't there. what I'm saying, the mesh isn't there. Maybe it's the overlay that's not there. See, that's the way it's supposed to look from above. Little 500-foot strip right there at the end. The airport perfectly following Stinking Creek. Cleared out forest around down there. Cleared out forest around the house. Cleared out forest around Gerald's place. That's exactly the exclusion zone that I wanted. Precisely the amount of time that I spent is showing up. Now, if that's okay, and I believe this is Ortho 4XP, but for some reason it's not showing. Let me put my flex down. It's not anywhere near as forgiving. Is it chopped up? Maybe I killed myself once too many times in the chopper. You should have known. Is his texture there? And is more than that, is his. Yeah, it's there. The elevation is there. And I need to put some stones around the windstop. And I need to clear up the lights. Oh, this is so cool. But, so here's the question. What was it that was fucking me up? And I do believe that this is the Ortho 4XP, but I also believe that it's missing the overlay. So we'll try that next. And I'm so pleased. Yay. Oh, is the bridge there? Yeah, there it is. It's a little bit too high, but there it is. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we're going to bring the aircraft in. Wait. Let's think this through. This is supposed to be the pristine copy with no add-ins. So, what should I do? What should I take out of custom scenery in the directory where everything was screwed up? It's screwed up from this one aspect. My ortho scenery was not working. As a matter of fact, just prove a point, we're going to get out of 3D here. And I was just checking to see you guys looking at the same thing. Okay. So, and we're streaming. Yay! So anyway, bottom line is that we're going to get out of here. I'm going to have to get back to the X-Plane scene. But it's nice to know that Steam VR can give us a full screen, which I never realized back when I was using it full time 10 years ago. No, less than that, 8 years ago. Because I've been using MSFS for 2 years, ever since. Bottom line, we're moving ahead. And the idea of reductive module loading, in other words, going back to just what we need, just my airport. Does that work? Does everything work the way I drew it? Yes. Does everything work with the introduction of Ortho 4XP? Yes. But let's see what happens with as I said, when we have Y, X. CZZ Y overlay. Let's see, because it's HD overlay V4, I think it is. So let's go ahead and try that. I'm pleased with the progress we've made, and let's try that. So we're going to get out of here. I'm going to have to switch back to the other screen, to the actual X system screen, so I can get my mouse back. It's nice to know that there is a reason for things. It's exactly like that, by the way, in Microsoft. But you would imagine that because we're using the Windows for XP, Windows mixed reality for XP, no, mixed reality for Steam VR is what it is. So it's somewhere in that mix we've got a problem that I'm learning how to work. And I'm so pleased that the time that I spent at 5 o'clock this morning, well, 4:30, 4 o'clock, the time that I've spent with this forest around here and my exclusion zones is working. Now let's see if we can't bring in an overlay and get not only Ortho 4 XP with Google scenery, not Bing scenery, to work to give us more surrounding autogen. So let's get out of here. I'm going to take off my headset. I'm going to try to disable. Can't do it. Alright. Let's see what I can do. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go to file. We don't need to save the file. Main menu. And oh shit, there it is. There it is. And quit. Now we're going to bring in the scenery, the overlay scenery. Now I can't see what I'm doing, and you can't see what's going on, so we're going to get out of Steam. Now you can. Now I've got a screen. I'm going to have to hit Windows and Y to get there. Crap. Please. Give me a break. I'm going to hit Windows and Y again. Try to move my mouse. Nothing's happening. Windows and Y again. Yeah, fine. Go away. Alright. I'm not dealing with this. Why did X-Plane load again? I didn't ask for X-Plane to load. What the hell happened? Why? And I don't have the mouse again. I'm going to Windows and Y. That's because we're not in the X-Plane view. Yeah, I bet I got a mouse now. And we got that back. I think we're beginning to discover a few. Oops, lost the mouse. Lost it again. Okay, here we go. Now. Exit. And then exit. See, I don't have any control with the mouse here in the Steam house, and I know you're seeing that. So I've got to kill the Steam house by killing Steam VR. That gives me back my mouse. I'm going to get Windows and Y. And I got my cursor back. Now let's go to here and here. And I can see it big and you can't. I'm sorry. But that's just the way it is. So I'm going to hit Y, go to desktop, and I think you can see that. No, I can now see what you can see. Let's put it that way. Bigger. Oh, come on. Bigger. Oh, Lord have mercy. Alright, so let's go to local disk C, copy, and let's go get custom scenery, and let's go get overlay. Let's rename that. To X, Y, we'll go there. Please, bigger. Why aren't you paying attention to me? I am able to make it go bigger. And I want to go to pick link source, and I want to go to local disk, and I want to go to clean. Remember, we're making a symbolic link here. We're actually not changing anything. Okay, there it is with the overlays. Let's go back and launch. See if this makes a difference. And it's putting it right back into VR. I should have gone into there, just in case we have a problem, because I think I've lost my mouse again. And here's the reason why I think we've lost the mouse. I know you can see this. This is your full screen in this is your screen inside of, let's see, let's go to Alt Enter. Oh, that doesn't work. Sorry. But here's where we need to be, so that I can get my mouse. Don't you see? I'm beginning to find that shit out. Okay. Resume last flight. No, this time. Do I dare bring in the airplanes? Let's go ahead and do that. And we got to get out of Steam VR again. All right, I'm still with you. I'm just making sure that we're in the right place for the right load. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? Wait. No. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, then let's bring in the airplanes too, so I can bring in my H-165. So we're going to go to where? P. Maybe not. Let's go back to where we were. Drive C. Here. And get airplanes from here. Aircraft. Pick link source. I'm not going to go to copy, we're going to go to clean. And we're documenting this. We got to rename aircraft. .old. And right click and drop as symbolic link. Where is it? There we go. Alright, so we should now have access to my H145. We should have access to Ortho 4XP with overlays, and let's load up just so you can see what I did and see how it matches web. So let's go to there and let's put in where is my mouse? Ah, crap. Which one am I supposed to be looking at? Mixed reality portal. I don't have a mouse. I do not. Oh, there it is. Okay. Is there anything we want to do? I think, one step at a time when you're troubleshooting. One step at a time. So, what were we looking for? I don't remember. Don't remember. So let's close this and close this, and let's go to local disk clean. Let's see if we have the H145 for me and for you guys. I'm going to put you on the Steam VR big screen as soon as I get loaded here. You're in the Steam VR big screen. Remember, I have to go to my little screen in order for me to have a mouse so that I can choose. Now I'm going to come to choose. Geez, it only took me, 10 years? No, not that many years, but it's nonetheless, we're going to fly the one. No, it's going to be a new flight. We should have access to our planes. Yay! Yay! Where's my sweet little H145? There you are. There you are. Let's see what variant we want. We're still having trouble with the mouse jerking around though. You know what? I'm not going to push my luck. Start flight, Cons Farm. So what are we looking for now? Well, having control over the H145, number one. Number two, having the control because we copied over our resources and joystick configuration files from copy of clean X-Plane 11.55, and we want to see not only our ortho scenery, which is the satellite scenery, but we also want the autogen that should go with that, meaning overlays. I think I'm understanding things better. Let's make things a little brighter. Oh shit, look at that. Trees on the airport. That's overlays. That's the difference between overlays. It fucks up my to a degree. So what instead, if we did Ortho 4XP, what if we use the overlays? I know the overlays for, what's his name? See how the trees completely bound? Those trees are working. But the overlays, do we see any actual 3D files? Gerald's place was 3D in the first place. And Gerald's place has the trees cleared off around it in my wet scene. And as you can see, that's exactly what's happening. But when we added overlays, and yes, I think we have some 3D, we do. We have some 3D trees. Not as many as we'd like, but 3D trees. And there's the school. I need to do it. So the problem is the overlay's getting in the way of my thingy, my exclusion zones. What if I, instead of using Alpilot X, used overlay data from X-Plane itself? Would that screw up my overlay, bring it down to what, 12 feet? I don't know if I can do that. Historically, I could not. We used to have an RV, that's where my son Christian lived during his high school years. Knox County High School. And there's the barn. There's the shed. And that's the real barn and the real shed and the real house. And I screwed up the texture on the roof. But structurally speaking, that's definitely the farmhouse. and the slope. I got to clean up the plane that makes up X-plane's three-dimensional trees and make the edge invisible because it's screwing up the optical illusion of 3Dness.
100 feet.
But the periphery of the I should
feet.
make that a Bezier curve.
100 feet.
I'm going to take the overlays out and see if that can do ortho for XP again without Stop. It just doesn't know how to handle a helicopter crash. Poor X-plane. Okay, this gives us time to see if we can't get out of here. Let's get the overlays out. And we do want overlays, but apparently AL pilots gives us problems, right? So, what do we go to from there? Oh, okay. Does that mean we got to go through Ortho 4XP again? Maybe not. See, we've already done the textures. All we're doing is changing the overlay, right? And that's just one additional step, as I seem to recall. And we do not need X-plane. I mean, what's it called? Steam VR. Okay. So, I think I put Ortho 4XP on C, but let's find out. Once again, and .exe. And there's should only be one. Can you see that, guys? Windows NY. There it is. Do I want this one or this one? This one. You can go away. Face me. That's not face me. That is not face me. This is face me. And that's Hallie and Christian when they were, I don't know, 4 and 3. Okay. Let's get rid of you. Ortho 4xp.exe. Didn't I type that? Bigger. Bigger. So let's put you to rest. And let's move us to there. And let's turn around. There we go. Ooh, look what we got there. We got the WED, but that's not That's not what we wanted. Where is my mouse? There it is. Bigger. 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 Yeah, I know you're trying to figure out what the hell is he saying. Let me just come closer. About there. Yeah. Ortho4xp.exe. How come you're not finding it? Oh, I think I know why. That asterisk shift. Oh. Where's asterisk? Asterisk. Because it's 130 and it's on C. And that's the one we want. Okay. And it is D. Wait. That's not what we want. Well, maybe it is. Yeah, Google Map. Okay. That's right. Back. Come on. I don't want you to switch automatically. Thank you. There. Was that a keyword? Bigger. 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 Doesn't want to get any bigger because it's too big. Okay. Bigger. Bigger. Oh, don't tell me that. All right. I'm not gonna fight with you. Right there. Okay. Google. No, we're not going to use Bing. We're going to use Google 2. And 3684 and base is 17. That's correct. Let's go here. And I wonder if we can see this. I had this should be using the config file that I derived. Why did you jump? Please tell me. That I derived from not OSM but the Google Map with my custom zoom levels. Let's see. Nope. It's not there. I'm not going to worry about it. We've already extracted my mesh. Wow. Is this? Assemble vector data. We've already done that. Do the mesh. Draw the water masks. Build imagery. Right. Then where do we launch? Overlays. That's where we do it. Right there. When I say the word there. There. So what the frick does there mean? Alright, I'll be over there in a moment. Smaller. Why don't we just move this way and look that way? And let's go here and look that way. Alright, we are going to build extract overlays. Do you see that? We're not building imagery. We are assembling. We are doing it in 03684. If we did a batch build at this point, which is what we're going to do, I think you would see that very quickly everything's already been copied and done. So the only thing that would actually do is build the overlay. But let's just for grin choose to assemble vector data, triangulate, draw for water mask, build imagery, and this is where it should say already installed and skipping. And it's not going to be a per tile config, I don't think. What the hell, why not? We'll learn something, right? Here we go, batch build, bam. Now, do we need this anymore? We can exit. Are we doing anything? Oh crap. I don't think I hear it is all dramatic and I thought we were doing something and obviously we're not. Because that's not showing anything. So let's go back to this guy. Oh, we don't have it selected. Double click to make it active. Okay. Shift a click to add the batch build. Okay. We are going to assemble a vector, triangulate, draw, water, build imagery, DSF, and extract overlays. But, you know what? There is a setup screen for overlays, and it's right here. And our overlay was going to be, oh wait, no, that's it. ZZZ HD global. Ooh, wait a second. Yeah, global scenery 4. Let's see. Let's go to bring this guy down. Chaz PC. Let's get rid of this guy. Can you see what I'm seeing? Yeah, okay. We're going to go to drive P. Yes, I have a bunch of different copies, but there are diagnostic copies. I have explained that before, but if you ask, I will explain it again. We're going to here, custom scenery, and we're going to go to global scenery, select folder. Let me try that again. Yeah, it is. So let's come down here. That is global scenery, and we need to right tile. Okay, didn't we choose? I thought we did. Explain. Global scenery. Choose select folder. Alright, now yeah. So we're going to write the tile.config, write the app config, and apply, and exit. Now, when we build our tile, and that's not where we wanted to go. And we go to batch build. Something should happen. Is that selected for batch build? Shift B1. Okay. And batch build. Is anything happening? I think so. Unfortunately, I did put a patch file, and I did this 10 years ago when I learned how to do it, from Ali, the master of creating slopes. And anyway, he showed us how to use the technique making use of splines within JOSM, which is Java for OSM. And it is a way of actually specifying rectangles that can be manipulated to show the actual curvature of the Earth if you know what you're doing. And that means that you need to go out and grab from an altitude representer, and it used to be altitude.ru, to zoom in on the very runway that you wanted to emulate height-wise, because X-plane tries to flatten everything, right? Disastrously so with ortho scenery. I don't know why. So I've got to figure out a few things, but so far we have figured out that we do have the exclusion zones and all the stuff that I drew. Oh, guess what? I think we have, while we're building this, wait a second. Oh, that's the masks. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go ahead and exit out of here. So 42 seconds to build the, okay, see, already exists, already present, already present. Okay, so now we're going to gather the overlays info. Instead of from Alpilot, we're going to be going to the global scenery and see what that does. See if that gives us both my exclusion zones and the at least some autogen. What? DSF is absent? it isn't. That recall that the overlay source directory needs to be set in the config window first. I thought I did that. I think what I need to do is not show it in Ortho 4XP. Let's let this finish. And where's my mouse? There it is. Let's let this finish, and let's go to Tools. And it's not going to be, yeah, it is global scenery. No. Okay, I think that is gonna apply. Right, tile.config, app config, apply, and exit. Okay. So let's go back to here and apply rebuild, vector data, triangular, tree, DSF, and extract overlays and do batch build and exit. Is it doing anything? Control all. Okay. It is not building anything. Let's try it again. Oh, it wasn't included in batch build. Shift B1 to add to batch build. There we go. Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. Sure. Batch build. And exit. Now we're seeing it. But it's not picking up, as I started to say, it's not picking up the patch file. And I believe this includes the patch file that I used as a patch.osm, patch.osm, under patches, under Ortho 4XP, in order to correct the screw up in the layout of KY69. But I do not see it there. Buffered bank road network as multi-polygon encoding it. Alright, this should only take about 40 seconds, 47 as I recall last time. This is it. Are you seeing this? Okay. Because I'm seeing it way up close. It's so much better than any set of glasses, because I have a screen that's, you know, so big that I have to look right and left to see all of it, which is what I want. At just about, oh, I don't know, 10 degrees more than my periphery. 1 minute, 19 seconds. Okay. 1,721 triangles. Okay, cool. Yay. Remember, the whole reason that we're doing this is to use, one, the Google map, two, create our own mesh instead of Alpilot Ultra, what is it called, overlay? I've forgotten. But you see, the reason we're doing this is because, yes, finally, in the way that we're doing this, we're getting my new strip the way I designed it, with the forest around it, with everything else that I wanted around it, specifically, though, the exclusion zones, and also I had thought that I had put 3. Oh, maybe because I didn't have all the libraries. Because all the libraries are over on the other version of X-Plane. Alright, this is where we're saying, hey, we already got this crap. What are you doing? And so the last thing that it should do is go through the overlays and go to X-Plane Global Scenery and just that directory to get it. So what is it doing? Something up there. And that's my perspective. That's how big that screen is that you're seeing. It's taken up, what, 1/3 of your Windows screen? That screen is taking up, because that Windows screen is like, my perspective, sitting down, my knees are at the bottom of the screen, okay? And my head is, if you look to the far left of the screen at the foot of the kid that I drew, that's Christian when he was 3. You'll see a picture. It says Holly headshot. That's the height of my eye level, meaning that'll give you some idea how freaking big the Windows screen I'm looking at is. Wait. Nav data absent. What do you mean nav data 084 DSF absent? All right, we have to look and find that. So let's use +3. .dsf and copy that, and let's see what happens when I paste that. Yep. Okay. Now then, let's go look for that file using our buddy here, which I will bring to iView. Paste. It's in B downloads? No, why would it be there? Is there anything in it, is the question. And when? 6/5/22. How big is it? 18.1 megabytes. All right, is that normal size? How about this one? 18.1 gigabytes. Why isn't it finding it? Is it not under the global scenery Earth nav data 0890? It said extracting overlay error. File and X-Plane plugins custom scenery global scenery Earth nav data 0390 +3684 data DSF is absent. Recall that the overlay source directory needs to be set in the config window first. I thought it was. Isn't that the config window? Whoops. Shit. Okay. Bigger. 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 bigger, and that is Ortho for XP config. Custom dem we're not using right now, but we're looking for a custom scenery overlay source, and it says directory containing the sceneries with the overlays would like to extract. You need to select a level of directory just above Earth nav. Okay, so let's do that again. So we're going to global scenery, and there's the Earth nav. Okay, and we're going to back up, and we're going to X-plane global scenery there. So select folder, and I think that's right. So let's do it again. Write the tile config, write the app config, apply, exit, go here, hit shift and button 1, and build that, the vector data, triangulate, what is that, water masks. It's amazing how big that is. And that's what my eyes need these days, these 76-year-old eyes. Build imagery DSF, yep. And extract overlays. Third time's a charm. Go ahead and read per tile config, that's fine. Batch build. And exit. So before, just so you know, we are using as the base folder that. What did that do? That. Not that. That. So let's bring this up here. And notice it found all these aerodromes. I'm finding out that if you mess around with the open street maps config file, that you can actually say that you're creating a new airport and where it is. Maybe I should have done that, because the airport I'm creating is entirely fictitious. And it's gotten so dark that what time is it? Is it time to feed the doggies? I think it's past time. Ooh, it's 8:59. I hope they've already been fed. All right. It's doing the triangles. With that, 1,721,000. Did I say delete the previous masks and such when I went to here? I think it was. Now these PNG files, apparently these are water masks, I believe. And so there's not that many of them. And they do need to be converted to DDS, I think. Okay. And now we're going to be looking at to create all the images for the tile. But notice that, no, already present. Already present. And notice it's Geo22117. And yes, it's still, oh wait. What happened? It stopped reporting. Why? Okay. Yes. No. Okay. Okay, I think we completed this, so let's see if we did. And let's go here and get rid of this guy, and let's go here. Okay, come on. There we go. Let's go here, and let's look for X. X star dot. X plane. And we want to execute the one that's on clean. So right here. Here we go. Now, this is going to be the difference between AL Pilot Super Ultra 4 Mesh and X-Plane's own overlay. Now, I think the reason I'm not being able to move this button is because we're looking in your picture, and that's exactly right. So I'm going to go Y, and then I'm going to switch back to my picture. And I should have a mouse, and I do. And it will resume last flight. Except nothing's happening. That's not a good sign, is it? Maybe we've gone through so many different iterations that we need to reboot. That's possible, isn't it? Alt tab. Oh. I thought I did that. There we go. Now, what are we looking for? We're looking for all of my custom drawn scenery. The farmhouse, Gerald Bingham's house, Stinking Creek Bridge. Do we have DeWitt Baptist Church? I'm not sure. So, the farmhouse, the Mama Carnes Museum, the shed and the barn, and the RV, the airstrip with my exclusion areas operative. We're still showing trees. Let's show some light on the subject. Let's come up and make sure we haven't lost anything. The house is still there. Mama Carnes Museum is still there. speaking up there. Let's see. Although, I think I see a star there. Okay, so we got to put a beacon there and a ranger's tower. So that all looks good. And is paying attention to some degree of that with the execution. So let's head into Barberville and see where else we can put in some execution files now that we are getting execution files to work. I'm thinking I know which way to go. Maybe it's west. So let's trim up. Do that. We got autopilot. Come on. We shouldn't be increasing the altitude. Now, let me show you this screen. You see this arrow right there? That's our vertical speed indicator. When I pressed the autopilot, I did that when it was on a slight rise. But it just gets to be right on this major white line here. That's 120. So we gotta watch where we're going. Maybe both of those ones. Take it off of autopilot. I'm learning SketchUp so that I can make use of SketchUp to X-Plane. And I'm going to be looking for the shopping center that I created. This is looking all perfect. I like the population of trees and such. Come slightly to our right a bit. Autopilot. Giving myself a slight increase. Slight decrease. Come on, get a bit. Come on up. Come on. Are we coming up? Tiny bit. Let's bring our altitude up there.
Autopilot decoupled.
Now it's undecoupled. Now that should be the Walmart shopping center, so-called. It's actually the Hardware Plaza.
Autopilot decoupled.
I've got that in 3D. As I started to say, I'm doing this area here. And I'm trying to recover that. Because I did it in 3D. Let's go to the school and see, make sure that we can see the Union College. And right down there, you see those two circles? Those two circles should should be watercolors. So let's go down to the cemetery. Go around the cemetery.
100 feet.
There's Mama's over there. And head on into town, right next to the railroad tracks over there. And I believe AL Pilot's AutoGen threw a what looked like an Excella. I didn't know they're two big airports, not airports, but water tanks. Now, is there ortho scenery down here? And there's some. Some. Not much. And certainly not ortho scenery for counterpart. Now you see two roads leading in from 25E to which would otherwise be west to the heading to the south. Well, the second one, that one down there, is Knox Street, and should terminate in the Courthouse Square. I tried to get too fancy and I screw up, and so there. But that's okay. I'm concerned about that blur. Better than it was. So that's where we live. That is the farmhouse. There's a pool in the back.
100 feet.
An above ground pool. And I really should put some light behind the window for the farmhouse so I can see it. But the landing strip is perfectly able to be landed upon. Over here is Esco's store. There's Stinking Creek Bridge. So I think we'll terminate and say that we're ahead of the game. We've got my exclusion zones working.
100 feet.
And you can see that we do have some of the scenery for Esco's Market. It is here. And we just need to find where the 3D scenery is. We're right above his store. We're looking at the store right now. Okay? Alright, so thanks for joining me. I think I solved the two problems. And that's the cool thing. And my wife wanted me to watch Man Who Fell to Earth. We have been enjoying together. Really good series. Okay, folks, let me get out of here. Let's see, it's acting screwy. Should we save that file? I don't think that flight was much of anything. Stop. See. Doesn't want to go where I want it to go. We'll go anywhere around it, but not where I want it to go. Anywhere around it, but not where I want it to go. Anywhere around it, but not where I want it to go. I want to go to the top one. Oh. Whoa. Yay. Okay, we go to main menu. The reason I'm doing this is I want to leave cleanly. Okay. So we're going to get rid of Steam VR, and I don't know why Oculus got used instead of maybe they were using Oculus's mirror. So I can configure. That's all I can configure. And let's go there, and let's go to Steam, and let's go to Steam, and let's go to, why are we doing Steam? Oh, we're trying to delete Steam VR. What is that? Huh, some sort of chart. I didn't know that was there. Must be new. Okay, exiting VR. Where is? I don't see. Do not see the NVIDIA experience, GeForce experience. So we're gonna have to get back, go in there through the back right. NVIDIA Corporation GeForce experience, and say, listen, guys and gals. I hope you learned something. I did, and I enjoyed being with you, and I hope I meet up with you all in person sometime soon. Real soon. Let's go to broadcasting, and let's go to stop. Chaz, November 146, Charlie Hotel, sending protective and healing vibes to you and your loved ones. Signing off. Love y'all.